Apprehend God in all things, for God is in all things. Every single creature is filled with God and is a book about God. Amen. Well, happy Father's Day to those of you who are fathers, and not just those of you who are biological fathers, but those who kind of just fulfill that role, right? Because not everybody's biological father was really their father. Sometimes it's an uncle, sometimes it's a grandparent, sometimes it's a coach, sometimes it's a really good friend. You know what I mean? Yeah? Okay, good. So we're celebrating all those people who are fathers and who fulfill that role. And, you know, with all that's going on in the world, it's nice to be able to celebrate something. So I hope you can, in whatever way that takes place for you. And of all the fathers that I just talked about, I'm one of those. For those of you who don't know, I have 3 children. They're all in their 20s now. But there was a time when they were young. And this story that I'm about to tell you exemplifies my experience of what it is to be a father. Okay? In one story. Some of you may have heard this before, so sorry, but you're going to hear it again. So it was a Wednesday. I remember it well. It was a Wednesday. And I came home from work, and it was just one of those long, long days at work. I got here early in the morning and stayed till pretty late at night. Tired. Just walked in the door just thinking, man, I just need some time. And as soon as I walked in the door, my kids were at that age where they were really glad to see me. Right? And so, they called me Papa. For those of you who are watching Stranger Things, I'm not sure I like that name anymore. But I know, right? But they did call me that. And so it's like, Papa, they're grabbing at me. You know how they do when they like you? It's like grabbing. And they were really into this group of people. They were like 5 guys. I'm pretty sure they were from Australia or somewhere like that. And they're called the Wiggles. Do you guys remember the Wiggles? Oh, you still? All right. So you still got the Wiggles. All right. Well, you know, some of their songs are like Fruit Salad, Yummy Yummy, and Dorothy the Dinosaur. That was a good one. And Hot Potato. I almost was going to have him play Hot Potato, but I forgot. So, because it's really catchy. And the hot potato one had dance moves that you did. And just an aside, another thing that I really liked about being a dad was it gave me an excuse to be a goofy. So we were just good. We would dance to these songs all the time. And so they were asking me to dance with them and I just didn't want to do it. I just, you know, no amount of trying to convince myself. They're only young once. They're not going to be doing this all the time, which is true. So I kind of made myself go out into the TV area to do it, and I was half-heartedly doing this is the hot potato. This is part of hot potato. Just saying. That's why I'm doing this. So we're doing that kind of half-heartedly, me, and they're really into it, and they're singing the songs, and I'm feeling bad because I'm not into it. And then all of a sudden, and I didn't have my glasses on, but my youngest son, Miles, was still in baby at the time, diapers, baby. And he comes walking around the corner, and he was just far enough away. I couldn't make it out. I couldn't make out what was going on. And I look, and I think, what's that underneath his eyes? He's got like paint. How did he get paint on his eyes? I was thinking to myself. And I looked at his hands, and he had stuff in his hands. And I was thinking, that must be like clay or some kind of, maybe that's what's on his eyes. And then he's walking closer, and I noticed he doesn't have a diaper on. Yeah. And so he's walking closer to me because like he's happy now that I'm backing away. I'm backing away from him as fast as I can back away. And I'm thinking, I don't ever want to touch this kid ever again. You know, I was so grossed out. And he's walking toward me, and I'm thinking, okay, how do I get around him? How do I get away? And thank God for Cindy. Cindy, my wife, Cindy. I mean, it was like nothing was going on. She just came in and scooped him up and went and cleaned him up. She's great. But this isn't Mother's Day. This is Father's Day. So back to me. So I'm feeling kind of doubly bad because I didn't even want my son to come near me. And so I get the other two ready for bed, and we got in bed. And my two oldest, Dylan and Kaylee, they slept in bunk beds. They were sharing a room. And I got up on the top bunk with Kaylee, and I'm pretty sure we were reading a story or something like that, or I was telling her one. And reading the story, and as soon as I'm thinking, this is great. I'm here with my daughter. This is nice. This is non-active. I can just lay here and read. And as soon as I finished the book, she goes, "You can go now." And I was like, oh, man. My daughter kicking me out of her room. So I slink down the steps, and I go to bed and wake up in the middle of the night for whatever reason. And Miles is in our bed, and that happened a lot, which I was cool with. I like that. So he was on our bed, and I look over, and here's the kid that was just a mess before, and now he's just this sweet little thing sleeping there. And I got up and I walked in and I checked in on Dylan and Kaylee. Same thing, just sweet little things laying there. And I thought, God, I'm so happy that I get to be their dad. What a gift. What a gift. That's fathers for me. My role, my job, my self as a father, my experience as being a father is that it's the hardest thing in the world. So friggin' hard. But it's the best thing in the world. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I hope we can celebrate that, however you do that today, because I do think it's worth celebrating. Amen.